Welcome into NFL Daily by Chat Sports. I am Matthew Peterson, and today is all about the biggest story in the NFL news world right now, which of course is Bills safety Damar Hamlin. First and foremost, at the front of all of our minds is Damar. You are in our thoughts. You are in our prayers to the entire Buffalo Bills organization, to the entire Bills community, and Damar Hamlin's family and friends. We are thinking of you during these extraordinary times. It was a very scary scene we all witnessed during Monday Night Football. So today's plan is we're going to get the latest on Damar Hamlin for you all, what we've seen out there, and kind of consolidate it for everyone. We're also going to show just extraordinary and just great examples of humanity right now and the overwhelming love and support coming in for Damar right now, along with getting to know the player, right? Not just the Bills safety, but who Damar Hamlin is as a person on and off the field. And at the end of the show, Roger Goodell released a statement on the NFL schedule and what they plan to do moving forward. So we're going to wrap up the show with that. But let's kick things off with the Buffalo Bills statement. Damar Hamlin suffered a cardiac arrest following a hit on our game versus the Bengals. His heartbeat was restored on the field, and he was transferred to the UC Medical Center for further testing and treatment. He is currently sedated and listed in critical condition. So those are the facts right there that we know and have been relayed to us from the Buffalo Bills and the NFL. Then, not too much later, the Buffalo Bills themselves tweeting out, Damar Hamlin spent last night in the intensive care unit and remains there today in critical condition at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. We are grateful and thankful for the outpouring of support we have received thus far. And within the tweet, you can kind of notice the profile picture for the Buffalo Bills, along with the entire rest of the NFL, has changed to pray for Damar. So it's just great to see the entire NFL family and community rallying around number 3. But who is Damar Hamlin, right? In case you're not familiar, he's a 24-year-old second-year player, former 6th-round pick out of Pitt. I believe he said his dream was to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, played for the Pitt Panthers, and has had a very strong season thus far for the Buffalo Bills. And what's really come to light and what's really come to the front of everyone's minds is this phenomenal charity organization that he runs Chasing M Foundation. So this number is going to continue to grow, but as we film right now, and SportsCenter not long ago tweeting out, the support for Damar Hamlin continues to pour in. The GoFundMe that Hamlin began in 2020 with a goal of $2,500 to help kids in his community has now reached more than $4 million from 150,000 plus donors. And as you're watching this right now, I am sure that number is continuing to grow and get larger and larger, which is just another great example of not just the football community, but society and humanitarian as a whole coming together and showing support for Damar Hamlin and what he cares about the most. Now, Hamlin years ago started this foundation back in 2020, and he had this statement then. As I embark on my NFL journey, on my journey to the NFL, I will never forget where I came from, and I am committed to using my platform to positively impact the community that raised me. I created the Chasing M's Foundation as a vehicle that will allow me to deliver that impact, and the first program is the 2020 Community Toy Drive. 100% of the funds raised will go towards the purchases of toys for kids in need. And just a great picture you can see here now of Damar Hamlin following through on that promise and doing such great work for the community off the field, which is something we all can agree is one of the best elements of the NFL, as these players get these huge platforms and huge spotlights, and they come through and they shine brightest when they are helping out those in need. We're going to get to more on Damar Hamlin in just a moment, but today's show is brought to you by Rocket Money. Did you know how much subscriptions really cost? Most Americans think they spend around $80 a month on subscriptions, when the actual cost is closer to $200. That's right. You could be wasting hundreds of dollars each month on subscriptions you don't even know about. There's this app I love that takes care of all that for me. It's called Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill. The app shows all of your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you don't even know you were paying for. You may even find out that you've been double charged for a subscription. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. So get rid of useless subscriptions you no longer use when you go to rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. Seriously, it could save you hundreds per year. Now that's rocketmoney.com/NFL Daily. The information for all that is in the comments and the description of today's show. I want to share some more extraordinary and awesome examples of the NFL community rallying around Damar Hamlin. Here's a picture that just encompasses all 32 NFL teams coming together and showing their support for Damar Hamlin, sending their best thoughts and prayers to him, the Bills, and his entire family and friends during these very difficult times. Also, we have a statement from Damar Hamlin's family themselves I would like to share with you all right now. On behalf of our family, we want to express our sincere gratitude for the love and support shown to Damar during this challenging time. We are deeply moved by the prayers, kind words, and donations from fans around the country. We also want to acknowledge the dedicated first responders and healthcare professionals at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center who have provided exceptional care to Damar. We feel so blessed to be a part of the Buffalo Bills organization and to have their support. We also want to thank Coach Taylor and the Bengals for everything they've done. Your generosity and compassion mean the world to us. Please keep Damar in your prayers. We will release updates as soon as we have them. Now, not only are, fans and everyone else like this supporting Damar, but of course his own teammates who were witnessing a very horrific scene on the field. Josh Allen tweeting out, "Please pray for our brother." This is just one of many, many examples. I mean, there could be a whole show really dedicated to the NFL players rallying around Damar. Jalen Waddle, Russell Wilson, several players tweeting out their support. The entire league. Tom Brady tweeting out, "We're praying for Damar and his family this morning in Tampa." Moments like this put into perspective what it means to play this game we love. Thankful for our communities in Cincinnati and Buffalo for the overwhelming level of care and support I know they'll continue to provide. Before we let you guys go, I want to wrap up the show with the latest NFL statement on the NFL schedule moving forward. This is going to be a very fluid situation, and most importantly, it is the bottom of the priority list, which is Damar's health is number one. The NFL has announced that the Bengals versus Bills matchup for Monday night will not be resumed this week. So unlike maybe we saw during COVID times where games could get delayed by a day or two, that is not going to be the case in this situation here. Okay, we have a quote from Roger Goodell in the NFL statement, and I want to share it with you all now. A short time ago, after the discussions with the two teams and the NFLPA, we advised Buffalo and Cincinnati that last night's game will not be resumed this week. No decision has been made regarding the possible resumption of the game at a later date, and we have not announced any changes to this weekend's schedule. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN then following that up with this. "Sense I get after asking around is the Bills would be surprised if the Bengals game resumes at all. There's just no clean way to do it, and Buffalo's focus, and if I might add, rightfully so, is solely on Damar Hamlin right now." Now, I know that there's a lot of playoff implications that are at the back of people's minds at the moment here. So Albert Breer tweeting out, "These are obviously small things compared to what's happening with Damar Hamlin. But if Bengals-Bills game is declared a no contest, the Bengals would win the AFC North and lock in as the third seed. The Chiefs would be positioned to be the number one seed with a win on Saturday against the Raiders." I appreciate everyone for taking the time to tune in. Like I said, we were all thinking of Damar at this time. We have a link to the GoFundMe, by the way, I should have mentioned earlier, for his toy drive in the comments and the description of today's show. So if you feel so inclined to make a donation, by all means, feel free to do so. Damar, the entire NFL community is thinking of you right now.